We have here the brand new 2024 BMC TeamMachine R01 Model 3 in a size 51, weighing at 16 pounds, 12 ounces, and in kilos, 7.55 kilos. Stay tuned after the video. We are free to buy some tests on those BMC wheels right there. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and today I have for you guys the brand new 2024 BMC TeamMachine R01 Model 3. This bicycle right here retails for $9,500, and as you guys saw, weighs right underneath 17 pounds. It is 16 pounds, 12 ounces. Absolutely beautiful bicycle. It comes with the brand new SRAM Force axis on there, 12 gears in the rear, 2 in the front, and it comes with their own integrated cockpit. This bicycle was developed and designed with Red Bull to go ahead and make it one of the fastest, most aero bikes out there on the market, and they also still kept the weight down on it as well. We'll be going over all these bicycles' features and talk about the specs that came with this bicycle as well. If you guys are interested, this is a size 51, and I also have a 54 here, but a really nice color. This is the first time actually seeing this color in person. It's a cool gray with kind of their rocket red on top of here, but it has a like a brushed logo on there, which looks really, really nice. So very cool color on here, and we'll go over everything on this bicycle. So starting off with the cockpit, it has their own BMC ICS integrated cockpit system, which I think is one of the best in the industry. I definitely say this all the time. It has a very popular 36 centimeter width on the top of the hoods, and it flares down to a 42 centimeter wide for descending and also for sprinting. This bicycle is, like I mentioned before, for a flat kind of stages or more aero stages, but still can be utilized in the mountains if you like, depending on your wheel depth choice because of the lightweight. Some of their top tier models come right in around that sub 7 kilo or 6.8 kilos on there, depending on your build quality. But this right here has a nice little aero flange, and I'm very much liking this more aero trend design of the 36 centimeter bicycle handlebar. That is the idea behind this bicycle. When they developed this bike, they said they want to put the rider in the most race ready position, going with a narrow handlebar up there, so it's going to go ahead and put the rider in the most time position advantage over the course. So it is a very, very nice handlebar on there for sure. It only works with this cockpit though. I know because BMC has their own fork on here where the steer is going to be like almost like a cylinder. It's flat on this side, rounded here. So it works with this handlebar only on there. It does have a place for an out front mount. We go right underneath here. You can go ahead and put a BMC out front mount on there for your GoPro, your Wahoo, your Hammerhead, whatever the case might be. And they have all the fixings to go ahead and make it integrate as well. For the handlebar tape, it's going to be their own handlebar tape. I believe this is their BMC or maybe even Physique on here, but it's a nice plush handlebar feel on there as well. The spacers are color matched. This is one of the companies that does their own color match spacers on there, which kind of ties into the top tube, which looks really nice. But good thing about that is that it's cool, it looks cool, you know, but it will be proprietary. So if you have any issues, a scratch or anything like that, it will show, and definitely black hides things a little bit better on there. So keep that in mind. For the shifters on here, it's the SRAM Force axis shifters, the new upgraded model, smaller hood shifters on here. You kind of have this little rainbow effect for the logo, carbon fiber levers. This definitely feels like just like a revamp and literally took over SRAM Red. So the chain rings look like SRAM Red, the rear derailleur looks like SRAM Red. It's literally, I think the difference between this Force group set and the Red group set is only like 20 grams, something like that. I forget the exact weights, but it is very, very similar to it. And a lot of people I know prefer these new shifter hoods than the SRAM Red that's on the axis. So very nice shifter hoods on there as well. Going down to the bottom, we have the BMC logo right there. We have the nice out wide fork on here, which looks like a crazy mountain bike fork on there. They did that for aerodynamics again, to go ahead and push a lot of the wind and draft away from the wheel itself. They wanted to go ahead and make this thing, like I said, as aero as possible. So this is what tested the best in the wind tunnel on here. Very, very nice. Tire clearance on here can fit up to about a 30 millimeter wide tire on there. When measured out, it looks like it'd be much wider, but that's what they recommend. As you guys see right here, this is a 26C tire. Again, this is for an all-out racing tire. They want to say that this bicycle is utilized the best on flat stages, so they're going to put a thinner tire on there as well, but you can always upgrade to it later. For the wheels, it is the company's own CRD 501 SL. It's their own carbon fiber rims made in-house. I do like them. They have the nipples hidden as well for aerodynamic benefits, bladed spokes, and then their own hub on there as well. They are tubeless ready. The tires are tubeless ready. All you need to do is add the valves and the fluid on there, which is very nice. BMC does this thing for the fork skewers, which are hidden, so that way they have a complete hidden through axle, which looks really clean. The only thing is, for the rear, if you don't have anything besides a direct drive trainer, if you just have a classic trainer, which I don't know why you would on this bicycle, it does not mount that well. So keep that in mind. For the rotors on here, they are the SRAM Force rotors with a 160 millimeter size rotor. We also have on here the SRAM Force disc brake caliper right there. And we have the nice BMC logo going all the way down the bottom. Very, very nice. The depth on these wheels is about a 50 front, 50 rear. And you can tell on their nicer models, they put a deeper dish wheel on there to make it a little bit more aerodynamic. Going down the top tube, we have these nice little racing stripes right here. Let me go on this side, actually. Shows off a little bit better. You have these nice little kind of racing stripes or pinstripes right there. You have the BMC logo and that nice brushed silver. I mentioned this before in the other videos. It is nice that the company gives you water bottle cages for such an expensive bike. A lot of people think that's a given, but some companies do not give you water bottle cages for the bicycle. These are going to be proprietary plastic water bottle cages that fit the shape of this frame. You guys can see here, it literally looks like it's made with the bicycle. They test these in the wind tunnel, and this gives them the best testing for it. It looks very, very cool. The only downside is that these are the only bottle cages that really fit well with the bicycle. If you want to add on your own kind of style, own personality, it looks a bit weird. So my recommendation is to use these ones, but I think that they should add some kind of flair to it. They should make different colors. They should make different stripes. They should make maybe really lightweight carbon fiber ones, who knows? But yeah, that's just my take on it. For the bottom bracket on this bicycle, it is a press fit bottom bracket. It's a BB86 SRAM dub press fit bottom bracket on there. BMC is still rocking the press fit bottom bracket on there. A lot of companies are, Giant, Scott, a couple companies out there. It works very, very good. So just make sure you check it out. Make sure all the holes are aligned. There's a lot of tools out there now that shops can go ahead and reface these surfaces to make sure that they're straight. So just keep that in mind on there. UCI approved sticker right there. You have your sizing sticker right here. Going over to the crank again. This is a SRAM Force crank with the carbon fiber crank arms on here, and then it comes with the SRAM Force chain rings in a 4835 configuration, and it is a cork power meter that is dual-sided on there. Very nice. I've ridden this power meter myself. Works really well. Gives you left and right readings for power. Very, very accurate. Cork is one of the best in the business. I believe it's 1.5 plus or minus accuracy. Very, very good. The spindle on it is a SRAM dub spindle, so it works pretty good. The SRAM Force front derailleur, which they said was revamped to go ahead and work better when shifting from the big chainring to the large chainring, or sorry, small to big, and from big to small. You also have the SRAM Force chain, which is a flat top that goes all the way to the back. And then you have a SRAM Force cassette in there, which I like. This is different. You don't see a lot of companies do this. Majority of companies always put a 1033 cassette on there because of the fact of they don't know who the customer is buying it for. These bicycles are made to be sold all over the country, all over the world. But again, they spec these bicycles out for racing, or they spec these bicycles out to go fast. They put a 1028 in the back of there because they figured, hey, this bicycle is meant to be on flat. Hopefully the rider's buying for that, so I do like that configuration. A lot of times we see, especially here in Florida, bikes come with massive cassettes in the back, small chain rings. We don't like that. So I do like that that actually has a smaller cassette. The rider won't have to change it out. We have a SRAM Force rear derailleur here, again with that kind of rainbow color effect to it. Carbon fiber cage in there. You have two separate batteries, one right here and one right here, that are swappable. So if you ever need to go ahead and swap out batteries, one dies, you're just negligent and forgot to charge it, don't worry, your front derailleur battery is probably full of juice. You can go ahead and swap it out so that way you can ride and get home, which is always nice in the back. You have this nice little lowered rear stand here. I had the pleasure of riding this bicycle, their top tier bicycle, for about a week. A lot of people think with these aero bicycles that they're going to be super, super uncompliant. That was not the case. This bicycle felt very, very good, very comfortable. The vertical compliancy was nice, I mean, compared to other aero bikes I've ridden in the past. So that it goes to the seat stays and also a new seat posts as well, but they're lowered to make the bicycle very, very comfortable. The rear wheel is the exact same as the front. It is their own CRD 501 SL. It's a 50 millimeter deep dish wheel, bladed spokes, and then their own hub, which you guys will get a free buy sound test at the end of this. These come equipped with the P0 Race TLR tires that are tubeless ready and a 700 by 26C configuration. Stop. Scan here. Hit me up. You can see here the tire tucks in right away, and like I said, this thing can take up to a 700 by 30C, so you guys are like, wow, that fork in the front can definitely take like a 32 or something like that. you got to think about the configuration for the back. Very thin clearances here on the tolerances right there. Very thin right there as well. I think this bicycle will look really, really clean with a 30C tire on there. It'll give it a nice chunky look. I think some riders will like it, but keep that in mind. You have a rear disc brake rotor SRAM Force 160mm in the back. We have a SRAM Force disc brake caliper right there. We have a 6mm through axle for the rear and the front. Be cautious, guys. Remember this whenever buying a disc brake bicycle. If you're going to be going out and you're taking a flat kit, make sure you have a tool to go ahead and remove this stuff. Some companies like BMC, like Specialized, do not give you tools to go ahead and take off the through axles, so keep that in mind. 6mm, please. For the rear seat posts, you have a T15 head right here, T15 head right here to go ahead and remove this seat wedge. And then you have a brand new proprietary seat post, carbon fiber made, that works really, really well to go ahead and add compliance to the bike, aerodynamics, kind of a D-shaped post, flat in the back for the wedge, round the front. And then you have the Physique Argo saddle. Not my favorite saddle, but a lot of people I know, they said it works really, really good. Nice wide opening and also very, very comfortable for some people. Saddles are always going to be subjective and preference on there. Good thing about this bicycle, like I said, this bicycle is $9,500. They have schemes from $15,000, $14,000, $9,500, and I think $8,000. The frame and carbon layup are all the exact same for these bicycles. So no matter what color scheme you go with, no matter what component groups that you go with, you're always going to know that you're going to get the nice scheme on there. Keep in mind as well, these handlebars are going to come stock with this configuration. So it is nice they are small, but if you do need to swap out the length of the stem, you're probably going to be coming out of pocket for that for the fit. But that is always going to be the case on these high-end bicycles, no matter what you're doing. With all these integrated bar and stems nowadays are so popular, they work really well with the platform, they work really well with the bicycle as a complete package. You do have to spend a little bit of change out of pocket to go ahead and make this bicycle your own. I know it sucks thinking about, but a fit is one of the biggest things you can do for a new bicycle. And it will make the bicycle feel one with you, comfortable, and when you're comfortable, you're going to be performing your best and putting out your best power. So anyways, guys, this is the BMC TeamMachine R01 Model 3. Retail on this thing is $9,500, and it weighed right in at like 16 pounds, 13 ounces, I believe. Size 51. If you guys have any questions, hit me up down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Here comes a free bias sound test on this rear wheel on this TeamMachine R01. Here we go. Got a nice little hum to it. Anyways, guys, that's going to do this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.